Welcome back, everybody. Hope you were all doing well again today. We're going to take a little look at Monster Lab Simulator today. It's a game that's being developed by Round 3 Studios and being published by Key Games. Just came out into early access a few days ago, so I will have you a Steam link down below in the description in case this catches your attention, something you might like to pick up, or add it to your wish list so that way when it gets into a place you're comfortable with, you'll have a little memory check on. But what are we in for today? Now, just this won't be a fresh look. I played this, streamed it for about 4 hours, so we're not going to start fresh, but if you've played a few simulator games, you know how the first is just getting through the tutorial and unlocking stuff. So I'll be going in about 4 hours into it. But we are the scientists, or I'm not sure what you would consider us. I guess we're a scientist or maybe lab assistant. I don't know. They say we're a mad scientist. I'm not mad. I'm perfectly fine as long as I keep getting fed. But as you can see here, I believe they were called Fulus. That's these right here. We make them in our lab and we can sell them or battle them. As you can see here, there is a different roster for each one, so you can kind of see how you're doing in that process versus, on the boards versus everyone else. But let's jump right in. I'll show you around the lab and what I have so far and give you the little 10-cent. Actually, I've got a few, quite a few things. Well, technically everything unlocked that's in the early access. Mostly one, I think I'm missing 2 things. One of them doesn't technically count because it's a duplicate. But you'll start off in here. And you will have the tables, that setup, this setup, and this setup. You won't have this. You'll be instructed during tutorial land to do it, and you won't have the weekly and the stuff up in the top right. But you can see left, you got your levels, which, a lot of stuff, well, not a lot of stuff. Most things are locked behind. So as you grind and do stuff when it comes to the lab, you level up. More things unlock because you're a better scientist, a better trained scientist. We'll go with that one right there. So you got money. We're going to need to buy stuff. The tickets, other than what they give you at the beginning, we'll earn those from battles. And that goes in here, and we can get anything from food, potions, essence, I'll explain that one, and eggs, and amber. And amber, you can see here, I've bought one. You put it on this machine here, and it will go. And that pig is on his hind feet. Okay. And yes, the cat does like to, knock stuff off the table. I did have a cat. I think I sold it because it kept knocking everything off the table. But all right, so let me grab this real quick. Amber will come in, and you're limited to how many of these we can buy. Let's see what we can get. Oh, a legendary egg. That's actually my very first one. Nice. We're going to put this on the table over here. G. Now, why is that important? Well, we'll get there. First things first, we can go in here. You know how it works. You go into your tablet, and we can buy stuff. Ambers, like it says here, 5 per week. You don't know what you're going to get an egg out of this. You don't know what type of egg. As you saw over there, I believe I can look. Well, I can't look at that. Yeah, it'll have one of these, and it'll have your spread on it of what you can get and its percentages. Common egg, common. think you have a 1% chance of a purple, the epic, and a 30-something% chance of an uncommon. So it's one of those, you might as well figure you're going to get a common. You might get an uncommon here and there. I couldn't tell you how many eggs we've hatched. And I've gotten one epic, which was a 1%. But what we're going to do is I've got one here. And you can order them. And anything you do, as of right now, because they always have the option to change it because it is early access, you put in essence. And based on the essence, the order does not matter. So like this one nature along with these two waters, doesn't matter the order, as long as there's two water and a nature plugged in, we're going to get a bossy. Every time. You could put nature, water, 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 nature, water, or, the two water, you're going to get a bossy. Then the only thing after that is what kind of egg did you put it in? Let's see. We got two. Let's do one real quick. And this is our delivery chute right here. And when we get through with stuff, we can chunk it in here, pull the level on the incinerator, and poof, no more trash. Let's see. Fire and grass. Let's just take a look. Okay, do I not have a fire, grass, neutral? Have we not tried that one? Okay, so fire. All right, and it would remind you just in case you forget. See, we put those in. It has no clue what we're going to get. Push the button and we'll wait. We'll inject that. We can go do other stuff if you wanted to, and you'll notice when this is done because on the floor. Yeah, actually, there's my, as you can tell by their glow, their rarity when they're walking around. So let me clean up after myself. All right. So we got this. We'll put it in here. And as you can see, and this is normal for a common egg, 96% chance to be common, 3% for an uncommon, 1% for a rare. You can't get epic or legendaries. And boop, take that on a minute. We can order more of this stuff. Nothing up there except the animals like to get up there and sleep or play chase across that. All right, once you get to a certain level, I think it was 3 or so, we get to come in here. And everything other than this is already in here. So let me give you the tour. We have the balls. If you want to think Pokeballs, that's fine. $2 a ball. And if you want, what you will do, if you don't want them running around or you have a use for them, you buy one. You put it in the machine here. We can take one of those critters, Fulus, put them in here, hit the button. As you can see, it sucks them up and sticks them in a ball. Now, why would we want to, what are we going to do? Well, you'll need to keep an eye on this because they're always watching. And it'll scroll through here and tell you what is for, what are people wanting in the world. This is what they're buying. You can make anything you want. Doesn't mean it's going to sell. And that will rotate in and out for us. And then we do the banker thing. We take this. This is one of my uncommon ones I've been hanging on to. You put it in there. If it's for sale, it'll tell you, hit the button and whoop, goes across like you're sending information into a bank. Now, I said there was 2 things I haven't unlocked that's in early access. That is one. That's a healing unit for nature types. And then there's this. We need 8 for this, level 9 for healing nature. Like, why only technically 1 though? Ooh, you get one of these earlier on. I think it was level 5. And what this is, you take 3 of the same, I think they called them age. with a weekly production, enter a battle with one hatchling, a juvenile, and adult. And then that is the stars. Let me load in. Here's what's wandering around in my lab. As you see here, this is a 1 star. So this is a hatchling. You know, it just came out. That's all there is to it. This, I've taken 3 basic, and it made me mad too, because they were all rares and it rolled an uncommon. So I took 3 rares and unfortunately rolled an uncommon. That makes me mad. So this one being a 2-star juvenile, a 3-1 will be an adult. That's and their stats change based on that. As you can see here, the reason why I wanted this one leveled up, because when he first comes out, he's got 20 hit points, even as a rare. That can't take much damage. Deals water damage to nearby enemies and heals the user every 3 seconds. It's great. And each basic attack restores a small amount of health. So, got vampiric, that's good. Some's better than none. As long as you got 1 hit point, you're still good. But remember how there's different rarities. Now you know why you want the different eggs. So because it was a rare before we merged it, it used to have this unlocked. Reduce the accuracy of all enemies. Now, let me point out. No, it doesn't matter the age. Whether it's the hatchling, the juvenile, or the adult. All that changes is what is considered over here, if that makes a difference, other than quests dailies. It just affects their attack, defense, and their, technically it doesn't affect it's just their attack, defense, health points. The rarity of the pet affects the skill count, which ones. So, I've got a legendary in there. So if I hash that into the basic form of this, it would have all these abilities. The rare would have had this, would not get this. And as of right now in the early access, unless you, keep it legendary, you don't. And even, rolling 3 rares, it still has if I put 3 legendaries in there, it's still going to have a chance to roll lower. Not huge, but that chance is still there. So you could take those legendaries and be like, and lose it. Because that's what I want for this one, because this one continues fighting for 5 seconds, even if health drops below 0, which there is a bug with this one that they're working on. They might have actually patched out the other day. I didn't read the patch notes. They've been knocking out issues where this lasted the whole fight, and one pig soloed all my stuff because I couldn't kill it. But normally after it dies, 5 seconds, it'll keep fighting, and then which is great. Because, if the health drops below 0, the user dies when time expires. So even if you heal it, it doesn't make a difference. But it can still buy you time for your other pets, because we're going to go into a fight with 3. I'll show you a fight in a bit. As you can see, this is the team I've been using right here. So, deals minor neutral damage to enemies in a frontal cone and stuns them for 2 seconds. They have a fire thorns built in. None of these are rare, so doesn't get this. And of course, the legendary. Now, this is uncommon, but still doesn't get that because it's not up there. Well, why are you using pure fire? Well, at level 7, I unlocked this. And the ability to actually buy water essence. As you can see, unless we get it off of the ticket machine, I actually can't get nature essence. So I have to win them if I want them, which I technically, even if I do want the animals, Fulus, I don't want them right now. Why not? Well, whenever you battle, if your pets lose, get defeated, they come out with 1 hit point. even if they win, however much damage they take, they keep. So guess what? You put them in there, you put them back in their ball. The balls go in here, they go in here into their particular area, and they heal. This is how we heal. So I can heal water. You start out being able to heal fire. As you can see, they're good. My piggies have healed. So I'll show battling. Take that. But I can make nature pets. Yeah, I sure can. And guess what? If they lose a fight or even win it and they take damage, I can't heal them. So that's the only, so I could use them, I could fight with them, and then they're going to go on the shelf here until they can be sold. Owl. Okay. And in here, I forget which level we get this. These two don't exist yet. We'll get the battle room. Yeah. So we'll put these in here, which I think they said they're going to work on this. Because right now, 1 will fight 1 and 2 for me. And their 3 will fight my 2 and 3. So, oof. And then, you can see what we're going to fight against. 2 commons, uncommon, nature, hybrid. I've not fought against one of these before. I haven't seen one. I have no idea what that does. So it's definitely a hybrid. It's definitely got water in it because it's blue and white. I don't know what else would go with it. Maybe fire? Well, we can pay $20 to re-roll it. I did pay $20 to re-roll the legendary. It was just the base level piggy because I didn't want to deal with that. And, we can buy more. You can see, and you can put stuff everywhere right here. So, but you get this much space for, making your own tents. Like, all right, what are we going to fight against? All right, let me get a good setup to deal with that. But let's hit the button here. We've got our pets. They've got their pets. Let's hit the big red button. We're going to go into combat. Now we don't do anything in here. We're spectators. Yeah. So pretty much what I was doing, I always put a pig over here for the thorns, but at the same time, because it's super tanky. So that way it gives whatever was fighting over here, which I was using DPS to wipe out their stuff and buy the time so that way they don't get double teamed. At least over there, it's a 2-on-1. Oh, it's over. And if you lose, you get, was it 1 ticket? And I don't remember the rest, but if you win, you get 3 tickets, 40, 20. So once you get to a good thing, you can kind of keep this coming. Whoop. Take you, and you. I'll come back for y'all. And I will show you how we heal. I fix to say, I've enjoyed this. I'm not going to lie. I've enjoyed this immensely. The only thing that I have issue with is trying to figure out teams is if you don't have, if we show the lab and in here, what we have, we can see the abilities. But say I sold that Bosley. I can see how to make a Bosley, but I don't know his abilities unless there's one here. So worst case scenario, you might want to keep decent ones wandering around or one of each or anything like that, just so you can see what you're dealing with, but that could get out of control too. So how did you end up? Oh, you're perfectly fine. That's nice. So You've got the ball. We put you in here and boom. And then it'll be living space. And the balls, depending on the, as you can see here, that one has a little bit of a more glow to it. The balls will be, the top and bottom will start changing color based on what their rarity is. Yeah, I forgot to replace the ball. Piggy, you behave, because if you leave them there for too long, they make a break for it. And you got to play find them. You stay there, you behave. Give me one of those. Oop. Oop. And it even states on the thing that for some reason they like this, so it's okay. Run it over, pop you in there, and he can go play in a thing of lava. Ooh. Let's go get the other one. If he needs to heal, we can throw him in there because it doesn't hurt to have 3 in there. They still heal at the same rate. I haven't noticed a difference. The same food and a potion. Sell one. Sell an adult one. 30 essence, huh? And then the other one goes in the cave, and I guess that would probably be the same thing. One would probably go in there. Maybe one up there and one right here. One might slide and go back and forth. I could see that. Oh, you're a hybrid. I didn't realize that. Poro. He was actually pretty interesting. Increases elemental damage for all allies. Every 3rd basic attack reduces the target accuracy. If he's a rare, he gains attack power for 2 seconds after every 5th basic attack. If he's legendary, cycles the damage type of basic attacks every 3rd hit. So, not too bad. What was his combo? What? Okay, one of each. Nothing really stands out. Yeah, because I'm going to keep... Yeah, there we go. There's the color fixed now. Are you fixed? No. That back. Food gives them buffs, potion. You know, they're all 30-minute buffs, but let's see what we can win. And the little animal picture is money. Ooh, we got it. What kind of... An egg. All right. And you have to use 3 essence. You can't get away with less. Ooh, all right. Nice. Was that 3 of each? No. 2 of each. That. Make another one in a second. You food. You can see I'm not a huge food fan. All right, let's see what we got. Fire, nature, neutral. Woof. Okay. Put Woof down. Let's find out about Woof. Woof increases the attack speed of all allies in a target area. Increases maximum health by a small amount every second. See if he was rare. Inner nature also heals the... Okay, so every time he increases his maximum health, he also heals. Well, that could be fun. Legend. Ooh. Sacrifices the user's health every second to heal allies for 5 seconds. Well, that could be good depending on how much this ticks. Wait. Small amount every second. Yeah, it kind of depends on how much we're losing out there. That's not bad. Especially if you heal. All right, what do we need? What have we not tried? Let's see, 3 water, 2 water and a nature, 2 water and a fire. If we got 2 water and a neutral, yeah. So we need 1 with fire, 1 with 2 of those. Water and 2 neutral. All right. So I think we're good on that. 3 fire is what the bear, right? Yeah. So 2 fire, water, 2 fire, neutral. Check. Check the 2s. So 1, 2 waters. 1 across the board, 1 and 2 neutral. So we don't have a fire and 2 water, do we? Yeah, we do. What am I? No. All right. What am I missing? Did I really get all that? I feel like I'm missing something. All right. Let's check we got the 3 nature, 2 nature and a water. Well, no, we know we're through with that. How about, oh, we got 2 nature and a fire? Yeah, that looks like a 1. All right. You, and you. Yep, because we don't have that. And technically, since they're hybrid, they could go in either one of the colors. I get maybe neutral can, I never could figure out what heals neutral. Maybe neutral can just go in anything. That's pretty much it, because you get experience, as you saw, you get experience from this. So it's one of those, what do you feel like doing? And that weekly protocol, there's a couple of those I know they had to fix. And luckily, I got paid for mine. So we got use steroids on a Fulu, use an incubator machine. Is this going to count when it opens? Maybe. Oh, and you got to be careful of this too. It's like, that's an easy, that's a pig. That's 2 fire and a neutral. You can get $118, right? That's cheap. We can pop one of those out real quick. 40 bucks. And then you know you're gonna need 2 of these. So that's 60 bucks. That's 100 bucks. Plus $2, you got to have an orb to put it in. So that's 102 bucks. So you got to make sure that if it's a 1-star common, you're going to get more than 102 bucks, and that's going to be your profit. Oh, they changed this. That's nice. Yeah, so it's like, oh, that's easy. That's 118 bucks. No. That's 16 bucks. Unless you're getting your stuff from over there. So, Griffey. All right, let's drop Griffey. What does Griffey do? All right, your nature knocks back all enemies in a wide cone shape. Deals critical neutral damage to the target. So, looks like that's a guaranteed crit attack. Every 3rd basic attack triggers an additional attack. Creates a whirlwind for 5 seconds, dealing nature damage to the nearby enemies every second. Okay. So where'd you go? You're not something I'd want to keep. So what you could do is this. Put that there. Boop. Or you could try to walk them up. Either way. Now, you can do one of 2 things. You can leave it right here. Well, I've bought one of these, so you could leave it to the side and wait, leave him wandering around, or I can be lazy. I usually put one right there, and as I go back and forth, if I see this has a number on it, I just see the number and boop, buy it. How many more Hulus have I got to figure out? 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're all going to be nature. Okay. Oh, we don't know that one. Do I have a common egg over here? No. All right. Let's buy something. Let's buy that. Add it to the cart. Boop. Wait for it to come in. And they have nice, safe delivery packages. Look at this. So nice. Let's see what we get. I know it's not much, but we'll get rid of it. Oh, I should have waited for these, huh? Oh, well. Boop, boop. All right, while we wait for that, let's go get another match in, huh? Ooh, the deer. I don't know what a dorgy. Do I still have? I remember I made a dorgy a while back, and they were kind of decent. No, all right. Oh, that's right. They're healing, aren't they? I'm not sure what the incinerator would be good for. Because, I mean, I'd want to sell my pets in all honesty. I mean, why throw away perfectly good money? Yeah, get them. Yeah, hit the, no, hit the grass type. Hit the grass, or nature, sorry. Yeah. Nail him again. Ooh, that was a good one. All right, here comes the backup. See, I don't really expect this guy to live. I just expect him to buy those other two time. Yeah, number one was a champ. That was a good job, number one. Like I said, I've been thinking about, don't knock my stuff over again, you crazy cat. I'm already not happy with you since you went from a rare to that. Bring my little baconator over here. Let's see what we got. Fix. Okay. What's a fix? Okay, it's a little, I don't know, doggish thing with wings. Summons fog in a target area, reducing the accuracy of all enemies. What's your hit points? 20? I guess that's standard. Becomes immune to all non-elemental attacks for 3 seconds. That's actually not bad. 12th position with an ally when their health drops below critical level. If your legendary silence hunts all enemies in a wide area for 3 seconds, preventing them from using skills, which isn't bad. If you use that to stop them from using skills and then pop ghost form, then you're more than likely not going to be able to be hit. Those. I honestly don't know how much I can hold it here either. But yeah, I mean, that's. And from my understanding, like when you're doing the battles, they just don't assign 3. It randomly picks from other teams that people are using. So someone could be playing and they could run across my 3 adult piggies. Ooh, you must have been number 1 because you got 17 hit points left. Excuse me, piggy. I mean, technically, I should leave this pig wandering around because I haven't figured out how to get him, other than putting him in a battle. I don't know how to get him out of here. So technically, I could leave this one out. Or if one comes healed, I'll do it like that. So that way I could give them potions. Do this, get them healing. Let's spend our tickets. There's all 3 healing and enjoying themselves. Oh, nope. That. All right, what's we getting? Oh, no nature. Of course. Yeah. Just, I don't care what it is, just no food. No food. Oh, of course it's food. I'm going to save that for a quest. That's what I've been doing. That was just randomly feeding stuff around here when a daily quest pops. And we got an uncommon. Just out of curiosity, I got I think I have this combo, don't I? Not you. Like I said, I think every... Yeah. Pretty much everything I need now is going to be based on, can I get a nature roll or get to 9? Yeah, 9. But like they've got the extractor machine incoming. They've got their other stuff up in, besides bug fixes, what they want. And this is going to, we can probably blend those to get stuff. They're going to add in new types. Actually, let me take a look, because it should be at the top here. Thought it was. There we go. Empowering them with the machines with that powder. More new quest chains. New ways to interact with them. New lab items for them, which will be a quest chain stuff, of course. My sweet lab, more lab design options, expanding lab customization features. And then they plan on, ancient powers, awakening stuff, and corrupted versions in the far future. Wait, can we? Yeah, because right now you can't really, there's no petting or anything. They just kind of wander around and do Fulu things. But that's pretty much what you're looking at for right now, is doing that for money along with battling and trying to get what do you think is going to be your perfect team. Getting those 3 in here and getting the proper mounts and everything. Let me check, because I think this was about the only thing. Yeah, the only thing that I've found that I can't move, because that starts here, that starts here. I guess that's because we can't buy one of these. This is the only thing you can't move, is the dispenser there. I mean, other than because this comes in here, we could move everything to this room right here if I really wanted to. Since I got all these tables in here and whatnot. I would just have to come in here to get this stuff. And if, money depending, we got, not you. If you get the $5,000, you can get a helper robot that throws stuff in there. I don't know if he's smart enough to turn this on and off, or if we'd have to just leave it on and hope our critters don't get flambéed. Yeah, I'm still not sure. I mean, I'm not going to throw a pet in there. I don't want to waste the money. But I'm still wondering. Get these set back up. But this is Monster Lab, where we're going to grow our own battles. See what you can come up with. Oh, geez. I don't know what that does. I haven't seen it. We know we got 2 legendary bossy. That could be bad. They were tanky, if I remember right. Leaves at enemies, stunning all enemies in the landing area for 2 seconds. Gains a small amount of armor whenever they take damage. That's not so good. So they become more and more tanky. And I'm curious. 3 defense, because I think they're the basic version. 8 defense. All right, so it'll probably ramp up pretty quick. Taunts the target Taunts the target enemy for 2 seconds. All right. Taunts all nearby enemies for 4 seconds. Oof. And reflects incoming damage as water. My poor pigs are going to get obliterated. No, I'm paying the $20. Nope. I guess that's better. Jeez. Though, oof. All right. But that is going to get us with a quick look at Monster Lab Simulator in early access right now. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to lie. I've enjoyed it. I had a good time. Then, once you figure your teams out, it's all, can we get the roles we need and it not downgrade? Can it at least say the same? Are you for sale yet? No, still no one wanting one of those for sale. Yeah, because I could sell 2 piggies right now because I've got these. Or actually, I could sell my whole team for $3,000 right now. Hey, there's a wolf for 129. And the fix. I could sell and the Bozzy. I could sell those real quick. Because we were getting those for free out of the rolls. Oh, I'm too close. I do like the being able to scroll at will now. That's very good instead of sitting here since they're on timers. But that's going to get us for today. So, until next time, I hope you have a good day, good afternoon, whichever the case might be. But until then, I shall see you all on the flip side.